train layout. This is what you get to do with your car to speed. And the wife says, you remember I think you went to your house,
Yeah. Yeah.
here you are. Did you count? Oh, 5. And I figured it was yours.
Yeah.
And let me get it down so you'll know what you're looking at.
Oh, okay.
Dale, you need to hear that?
Gather up the chocolate chip cookie container and leave it there. That's too logical. That's a good one. I got that money. That's too logical. Since it's you, you make such a fine cup of coffee. I was looking for the whipped cream to put it all in, so I didn't have to worry about it. The first thing I ever got to make sure that check worked out that.
This model display and the building housing it were made possible by the efforts of the late Charles Ebert Jr., who was a city councilman and community leader for many years. This building and model railroad is owned and funded by the city of Foley. It is operated by a small group of volunteers. Many of the locomotives, rolling stock, and other items on the display were donated by one individual. The remainder of the items were funded by the city of Foley. The volunteers also handmade a lot of the items for the display. The volunteers spent 1 year constructing the layout. It was opened to the public in March of 2007. The layout size is 20 feet by 60 feet. The total length of track is approximately 1/4 of 1 mile. In the 1940s and 50s, steam locomotives were being replaced by diesel locomotives. That is the time era represented on this exhibit. You will not see any Amtrak trains or fast food restaurants as you see in our communities today. We wish we could have made the layout a scale model of Foley in the 1950s. Unfortunately, that would have required many years to build replicas of the buildings as they existed back then. Most of the buildings were built from plastic kits. Some, for instance, like the train shed of the railroad station, were scratch built by the volunteers. The train shed is a replica of the one that stood in Nashville, Tennessee. The scale of the layout is O gauge. That stands for 1/48 or 1/4 of 1 inch equals 1 foot. The background scenery consists of a wallpaper mural. Areas not covered by the mural were painted by one of our volunteers. To your left is the small community of Evergreen. It has an old-time general store, cow pasture, and a sawmill operation. On top of the hill, there is an operating moonshine still. And a short distance away, just down the hill, there's a man up a tree being pursued by a black bear. Could he possibly be a revenuer? The city park, including its bronze fountain, is laid out like Bienville Square in Mobile, Alabama. Note the utility lines. Do they look anything like monofilament fishing line? Some of our buildings are operational. They include Mel's Diner, the car wash, the fire station, and the Union 76 station. You know, it's fun to hear what a burger, fries, and shake cost back then. On the far right side, please observe the oil refinery. The primary donor hired a professional model-making company to build the facility. It is a very intricate display, even down to the pull chain valves. The most frequently asked question is, how do you reach things on the layout to clean or work on them? Well, the answer is, the layout is built strong enough and the streets are wide enough to carefully walk down the streets to reach what we need without altering the display. There are two trapdoors. One is the cow pasture and the other is the parking lot near the circus, but they are rarely used. Our volunteer operators will gladly answer any questions you may have. Our locomotives are operated with the MTH digital command system. Most of the maintenance requirements are cleaning the track and repairing the digital electronics. Well, we certainly hope that you enjoy your visit to this model railroad station. Again, if you have any questions or comments, our volunteers will be happy to assist you. Please enjoy your visit and all aboard!
Called him Jenny.
Oh no.
I called him Jenny one time. Here, you want to step in and get closer?
Could I get some close-up video of Mr. Lionel
Back up
Thomas?
a little bit. I can stop him if he's going too fast for you.